Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. ACU Social Studies Lecture number 3 of class 7th. Today we start chapter number 2. The name of the chapter is Climatic Regions of the Muslim World. Here we are having the two terms, climatic regions and the Muslim world. We all well aware about the definition of the Muslim world. And Muslim world definition, I am repeating again for you that all those countries whose government have declared that they are Islamic states or where the majority of population is Muslim. So it means that all those countries whose government announced they are known as the Islamic states. As you know that the new thing which is the part of the chapter, that is climatic regions. So before discussing the climatic regions of the Muslim world, I would like to tell you about the basic terms which is used in the climate. So here we are having the two terms, weather and climate. So if your concept is clear, then you can distinguish between the weather and climate. Weather, the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. If we're just going to remember that after the news, we are heard the news of weather report. We are not heard news of a climate report. Why? Because weather report is a daily report. Means if today I'm asking that what is the weather of today, then you will tell me that it's sunny, it's rainy, or it's cloudy. So it means whenever we are talking about a specific area and a specific time period, so that is known as, and short time period, that is known as weather. Whereas climate is different. How? Because climate is the average weather condition over a long period of time of a specific place. And it means that here we are discussing about the 1 or 2 day or 3 day, but in climate we are discussing about the weather condition of an area of for a month and maybe of a year, maybe of a decade, maybe of 5 years. So that's why means whenever we checking the climate or the weather condition or climatic condition of any area over a long period of time is known as climate. So I hope that these two terms are now clear to you. Now the next thing, which is the main and the first term of your chapter name, the climatic region. So climatic region refers to a continuous geographic area in which similar climate characteristics are observed. It means that area where we found the same characteristics of or climate and a continuous geographic area. So means where we found the same climatic conditions, same weather conditions, so that is known as the climatic region. If we are discussing about the climatic regions of the world, so here we are having the, if we are just going to check the lines, which are the imaginary lines on the world map. So here on the top in the north we are having the polar zone, and in the south in the bottom we are also having the polar zone. So we are collectively call it one, means polar zone, north or south. So other than in the north and south we are also having the temperate zone, and then near equator we are having the tropical zone. It means that above the equator and below the equator we are having the same zones, and these are the tropical zones. There are 6 major factors which affect the climate of the world. So these are latitude, ocean currents, winds and air masses, elevation, which is also known as altitude, and relief, and nearness to the water or nearness to the sea. Now we are discussing one by one. Latitude. Latitude means the closeness of the area to the equator. As you know that equator is a central line of the world, that is an imaginary line, but the sun is shining in front of that equator line. So as we are close to the equator, it means that we will be warm, and as we are far from the equator, it means that our climate or the weather will be getting changed. Why? Because now we are far from the heatness of the sun. So that is known as latitude. So it means that that is the first factor which can affect the climate of any area. Next reason is ocean current. Ocean current means the waves, the ocean waves, the sea waves that can also affect the climate of any area. So it means that sometimes that waves brings cool air, and sometimes these winds bring warm air. So that's why that cool and warm air can affect the climate of any area. So it means that the movement of water in ocean may bring the warm water to cooler area or cool water to the warm areas. The next is winds and air masses. Here, winds and air masses means how the winds are getting affect the climate of the area. Just take the example in winter, and the winds which come from the Siberia, as you know that Siberia is located in Russia, and Russia is also covered with snow throughout the year. So that's why when the winds come from this area, it also affect the climate in winter in Pakistan. So it means that the wind direction and the mass of the wind that also affect the climate of any area. Next is nearness to the water. So here nearness to the water means nearness to the sea or nearness to the oceans. Means as we are close to the areas which are near to the water or near to the sea, that will be having a moderate effect on the land temperature. Why? Because if we just going to take in the example of water cooler in summer, in which we are having the water, and when the winds come over through that water, then we are having a little bit cooler air as compared to the air which we getting from the normally pedestal or the fans which are on our floor. So it means that in winds which comes over the water, that also affect the climate of any area, or we can say that oceans and large lakes that heat up and cool down more slowly than land masses. Next is relief, and that relief is because of the altitude of the land. How altitude means height of the earth below the, or we can say that the height of the land above the sea level. As we are higher above the sea level, we will be cooler. So air rises up the windward slope of a mountain. Means if we just going to say, here we are mentioning 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So it means that winds are moving up towards mountain. So it's the first step, then in second it's coming to the peak. It means that what happened in second when clouds become too heavy, then precipitation or rain occurs. In third, when it's near to the end and a downward slope or descend to the mountain or coming to down. So as cold air descends, means when it's moving down on the leeward slope, it contracts and become warmer. It means that higher the altitude, it means that the cooler will be the wind. A rain shadow is created as most of the moisture was already released. So it means that winds or clouds which are at higher altitude, they may drop the rain and also of the snow. But in the lower ground areas, it will only relieve the rain, but it's not as much cool as we are getting in the higher altitude areas. So it means that relief also affect the climate of any area. Next is elevation. Elevation means altitude. Altitude means height of the place above the sea level. Means as we are higher above the sea level, our climate will be getting cool and cooler and maybe of cold. Just take the example of the Karachi. Karachi is the area which is near to the sea, and here we are not, even though in winter we are not having the cold climate or cool climate even though. So why? Because here the it's close to the, or we can say that it's near to the sea level, and as we are moving upward means to the northern areas. So here we are having the in summer, even though we are having the cool, and in winter we are getting some or receive some snowfall, even though in Karakoram and Himalaya that some of the peaks are covered throughout the year with snow. Why? Because of the higher altitude. Okay, so it means that as air rises, it expands and cools. Okay, and what happened to the air pressure? It's lower the air pressure. As air cools, it leads to condensation, and clouds turns to rain or snow. So that's why we are not getting the snow in Peshawar. We are getting the snow on the peaks. Why? Because these are higher altitude areas. Okay, so it means that if if we're discussing that these are the areas, so equator areas, these are too hot, and as we are just going to move it up and up, it means towards the third and second and first, and then towards the fourth, fifth and sixth, it means that climate will be getting changed. As we are closer to the equator, it means that the climate will be too hot, and as we are far from the equator, the climate will be getting changed. And even in the polar region, we are getting the too cold region which cover throughout the year with snow. The Muslim world is divided into different climatic regions, and these are the 7 climatic regions, and these are as following: deserts, semi-deserts and scrubland, tropical grasslands, tropical forest, temperate deserts, temperate grassland, and monsoon. If we're just going to observe that we didn't found any kind of a snowy area, we did not found any kind of polar region here. Why? Because if we're just going to moving towards the map of the world, here green shaded area show the Muslim world. So here if we're just going to check that all the green part area, it means that in the northern Africa and also in the South Asia, that is consist on the Islamic countries, excluding the India, because in India we are having too many Muslims, even though more than Pakistan, but that is an Hindu country. So that's why excluding India, all other green shaded areas are Muslim world. So if we're just going to make the comparison this map with this, then we will come to know that why we are not just going to found the polar region or the cold climate areas in the Muslim world. Check this one here, this and also this. Now come to this side, then you will come to know that here it means that the yellow part, the light purple part and the mustard part and also light pink part, that is the part of the some of the Central Africa, and also here we are having the Southeast Asia, that is having the dark green. Otherwise most of the Muslim world is we can say that it consists on the desert and the semi-desert and scrub and hot desert, temperate grasslands and tropical grasslands, and only a few of the areas which is consist on the tropical forest. So that is all about the today's lecture.